गुरु जी फिर अंग्रेजी बोलनी पड़ी यार।
आप करें स्क्रीन शेयरिंग।
कर दिया ना मैंने, नजर नहीं आ रही।
एक सेकंड।
गुरु जी फिर
Yes,
कर
we
दिया ना।
are live. We are live and we are live with Kamar again. So Kamar has attempted our full length test at Udemy, test number 5 for the PMP exam. And we are here for review with Kamar. Let us see what is his result. Overall, I would say his result is satisfactory as he scored 77% marks. Correct, Kamar? Can you show us just the overall attempt? Yes. Great.
This is
How
the
are you
second.
feeling, Kamar?
Oh, because still I have to achieve 80%, so I want to do more and more practice to achieve that one. Still, feeling is not that much romantic. Still, I am struggling to find my true love. That will be only after 80%. So hopefully, inshallah, I will get it.
Cool. Cool. Great. I just want to make sure that people are able to hear us. So just want to turn few settings. Meanwhile, you can continue, Kamar. Let's go to all those answers which we are going to review, which are incorrect first.
I just want to brief about the summary of the results.
Mhm. Go
So
ahead, go ahead.
I attempted 180 questions as a full-length exam. So the result shows 77%, which means the correct answers are only 139 out of 180. So I took 3 hours and 36 minutes, and full time was required 3 hour and 50 minutes. So I completed around 14 minutes before the exam time. So here are some areas where I am still lacking. I believe some areas shows 50% accuracy. Some areas shows 70%, 80%. So actually, this Udemy course is very organized way that is helping and giving analytics about how we are performing, along with like questions range and everything. So I believe some of the area, the red one is I can see here I need a slight improvement. So that I have to go through. But just to show the frequency of every 10 questions, how much I am incorrecting. So here I did the exercise starting from 1 to 10, like with the range of 10 question. So I
Mhm.
did this exercise and I find out how the frequency and trends are in my results. So,
Interesting.
so I made this a small exercise which shows average. I have a, if I put it overall on 180 questions, so it shows a average of 2.2 questions that is incorrect in my attempt
Mm.
out of every 10 questions.
Mm.
So I further divided these questions into 1 to 90. How many questions are wrong? I have 22 questions out of half of the paper. So that is around ranging 76%. And second half of the paper, I have a total 19 questions attempted wrongly. That is 79% of the total. So the accuracy of result is here. So that is giving me an overall average of 77, and 41 questions was wrong. So this is just a brief overview of my attempt pattern, and I was trying to mark it. and keeping it in a track. So I will be also more focusing on the weak areas. So if you allow me, we can now go to
Yes,
review
please.
some
Yes, please. Go ahead.
some of the areas where I am just lacking, where I need your advice and the opinions and further
Sure.
clarity.
Let's go ahead.
So I think this will be more helpful for me as well, because sometimes the answers are very much obvious, very much clear, very much easy, and these are in front of you, and you are still confusing yourself
Mm-hmm.
uh, by overthinking, by thinking maybe something is or there is something else, because it cannot be very much straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think my overthinking is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Where that's why making me to think in that way and creating for me some uh,
Mm-hmm.
areas to improve actually. So here is the first question. Even I started with the wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Mm.
so I will read this question. Question number one. Emily, the project manager, emphasizes the importance of forming cross-functional team with diverse skills and expertise to address the complexities of the software project effectively. What is the best describes a team that possesses all capabilities to deliver the work they have been assigned. Team member can specialize in certain skills while being capable of the project requirement. So
Mm-hmm.
there were four options: cross-functional, hierarchical, specialized, and self-organizing.
Mm-hmm.
So why I selected specialize? Because if you see the first part of the question, it is demanding that he is forming a cross-functional team.
Mm-hmm.
He emphasizes on the formation of this cross-functional team. But the second part of the question is totally disconnected with the first part. Which term best describe possess all the capabilities to deliver work they have been assigned, and the team member can specialize in certain skills. So the second para, I feel, this is my opinion, that is showing specifically a different perspective. So going to the meaning of this sentence, I selected the option specialized team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just uh, uh, just going back and taking a holistic understanding of a specialized, the cross-functional team is when you form a project team for a any transformation project or any project, and you are going to cross functions, which mean you will go. What are those functions? You will go accounting, finance. Let's say one function is finance, then another function is engineering. Another function could be operation. Other function could be your sales or your IT. So those are the cross-functional departments or the team members from these departments you will be pulling in for your project, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, asking you about finance, let's say, if you are from the finance background. So if I take you for a project, you are definitely specialized in accounting and finance, right? But
Yes,
I need your expertise for an ERP implementation project as an example, where you will be part of a cross-functional team and you are a member of finance. So you are specialized in finance and accounting field, although you are specialist in this field, but I need your expertise somewhere else. Like I need your finance expertise somewhere else. So I pulled you from finance. I pulled similar another guy from engineering. They are specialists in their field. Engineer is a specialist engineer. Let's say I pulled in a sales guy who is a specialist in sales. Now, why I picked these cross-functional team members? Because my project involves finance. My project project involves engineering. My project work involves IT. Now, with your help, part of your time from your organization, I will get some work done related to project, which a specialist can do in his own field.
Okay.
So with this broader definition of cross-functional team, they are experts in their own fields, but they are picked up because we have a scope of work which need to be finished, and it can be done only from with the help of these specialists.
Okay.
The overall
But
composition will still remain cross-functional, right? It will not be a... Okay, go ahead.
yes, yes, yes. What was my concern actually? The requirement of the question. Actually, it is not asking again like what will be the pattern, what will be the composition of the team, because still it is asking they have been assigned, like if we will read it, all the capabilities to deliver the work they have been assigned, and the team member can specialize in certain skills as well while being capable of delivering. So means here the purpose is still they are specialized in their own field, but still being capable of delivering the project requirements. So that's mean here this meaning, this sentence is showing the additional meaning of a cross-functional team, like along with specialty in their own field, also being capable of delivering the project requirements. So this is kind of underlying meaning that we are assuming to consider.
In the first statement, also, Emily selected the cross-functional team, and she is mentioning that this cross-functional team does have expertise to address complexities of the project. So the definition is also given in the first sentence as well, that she emphasizes the importance of cross-functional team with diverse skills and expertise to address complexities of the software project. So it shows that they are specialists in their own field, but they also have expertise to deliver the project requirements. That's why we took them. You
Okay.
got the focus emphasis in the first part of the sentence is she is selecting cross-functional team, and she is particular about these specialists from various departments. Second part of the question just asks you to tell us what do you understand about cross-functional team, right?
Mm.
Okay, let's read the the specialist team. It's incorrect because specialized teams are composed of members with specific skills or expertise who work together on a specific part of the project.
Mm. Yeah, even here in the cross-functional team, the last sentence is very important. They are designed to leverage the diverse skills and expertise of the team
Hmm.
to address the complexity in the project effectively.
Hmm.
Yes, understood, understood. So this was very easy question. The second question was also wrong. This was
Hmm.
also very easy question due to some, I think, some things was not clear to me, so I think missed out.
Hmm.
The second question is, you are a project manager for software development project. As part of planning process,
Hmm.
you are gathering requirements for the product.
Hmm.
Some of the requirements you need to consider include the level of service performance,
Hmm.
speed, and throughput needed for the application. Which type of requirement does this information falls under?
Hmm.
This is non-functional requirement, business requirement, quality requirement, or product requirement. I understood this where I made a mistake, but here some of the requirements need to consider include the level of service performance, speed, and throughput needed.
Hmm.
So
So
once
when
I
you, I got your point. Look,
yeah,
when you are collecting the requirements, you also collect both the functionality requirements as well as the performance requirements. Why? Because let's say you are developing a student management system or customer management system, relationship management system, whatever. Now, how many customers or the students this software can serve at a particular moment? Let's say thousands of people or students will log in. Will the system be able to support that? What kind of support software specification or what kind of performance, what kind of latency or throughput will the customers will experience, right? How much will be the load time of the server? Like these are the related requirements that let's say we are scaling it. We will have tomorrow at a particular moment in 1 minute, let's say we will have 10 people logging in. Maybe the requirement will increase in a minute, we will have 100 people logging in. So the system should be able to respond to those requests coming from various customers or students, right? So those performance requirements we need to take up as we are taking up the full requirements of the software. We also need to take up the performance and expectations of the system or the software we are developing in, right?
Exactly, exactly. So I understood this question that where I made the mistake. So the non-functional requirements are the requirements which specify the quality attributes or characteristic of the product like performance, reliability, usability, security. These
Correct.
are the non-functional requirements. So that is very, very much clear. So in this case,
Mhm.
so they describe how well the product will should function, operate rather than the product should
Mhm.
do.
Correct.
If product is able to do something, that is a functional requirement.
Mhm.
But if the product is able to operate or perform or reliable, then it is a
Mhm.
non-functional requirement.
So if it is doing for one person, it is functional, right?
Mhm.
But you need to think about performance as similar experience you have to give to thousands of customers at the same time.
Yes,
Then we
yes.
need to think about performance, scalability,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, yes.
So the
So
experience should be consistent. That means we deliver the service to many in the similar experience level, right?
exactly, exactly. So along with this one, like the additional part is quality requirement. What I was looking into, it is also quality requirement is also non-functional requirement as a subset under the non-functional requirement. Like they will follow some of the standard criteria that product must meet and comply with. So that is also there. And along with after that, the seventh question was wrong. XYZ Electronics is developing a new smartphone model. The
Mhm.
product development team has gathered list of 10 features that they are considering to include into the phone. They want to use the Kanu model analysis to understand how these features will impact the customer satisfaction and prioritize their implementation accordingly. As a product manager at XYZ Electronics, you want to apply
Mhm.
Kanu model analysis to access
Correct.
the customer preferences for the proposed feature. Which
True.
of the feature would be classified as basic threshold feature in Kanu model?
True.
So the options were the fingerprints sensor for secure and convenient unlocking of the phone, high resolution camera with advanced photography mode and image stabilization, a long lasting battery provide up to 2 days of continuous usage of the mobile on single charge, a slim and lightweight that will make the phone easy to carry and handle.
Yeah. So
Initially,
from the basic requirements, you understand the battery should be the most basic requirement, right? It should not be, it should be the must have, right?
Yes, yes. Most of the time when we are visiting to any mobile shop, we are always asking, we need some mobile phone that having a long and good battery. Can you show some of the models or options? So normally the phone retailer will also be doing like that. So I
Hmm.
applied that one on my also. That's why I selected this option. But
Hmm.
unfortunately, this option is not correct.
Hmm. Go up little bit. Okay. So what we need to understand here is Kanu model, and as per the Kanu model, what are the basic or the threshold features that any product that we are developing we should consider. So there could be, other than the basic, there could be some performance related or some exciters or some other uh, uh, what you can go exciters or wow factors that could be there. Right now the competition here is between battery as well as go down
The slim and the low weight.
sleek design. Now, what does the question says? What is important for the user? Go up.
Basic.
XY Electronic is developing a smartphone model. The product development team has gathered 10 features they are considering to include in the phone. They want to use the Kanu analysis to understand how these features will impact customer satisfaction and prioritize accordingly. Now, as a product manager, you want to apply Kanu analysis to assess the customer preferences for the proposed features and which of the following features would be classified as basic threshold in Kanu model. Right now, come down, select the fourth option. What is the fourth option? A slim and the lightweight design that makes phone easy to carry and handle. Okay, that's very subjective now because for some of the customers, right? Uh, I go with your presumption that battery is basic. Sleek design, I can carry a uh, heavy design, which may not bother me as long as the battery is long lasting, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is very subjective, but again, here the problem is with the uh, what is important for various users, right? Now, we agree for the battery. However, there are other group of users who might prefer overall design consideration, right? Overall design, like a bulky phone with a heavy battery. I don't know if it is long lasting solution for your problem that works, but you would not be easily carrying that, right? Like I understand they can make it double the size of the battery, but would you be fine with the handy phone, which is like a half kg?
No, no, never, never, never.
So the design does matter because all the battery concept, all the long lasting that you already have in your phone is that in this design, give me the long lasting battery, right? Your
Yes,
all expectation would say like without compromising the weight, my product should run fast. So I think with this consideration, if you see a slim and a lightweight design that makes the phone easy to carry, because in the end, I tell you what, as long as the cycle, let's say, is lightweight, you can ride it faster. As long as your design is lightweight, it will be battery will be also long lasting because sleek and slim design will consume less power. Rather than carrying more power, we need to think overall design consideration that it should be sleek and smart so that it should consume less power.
yes, yes, yes. So yeah, actually that we need to understand. Like fingerprint, this feature would be classified as indifferent in the Kanu model because it has no impact on the customer satisfaction. High resolution. it will be classified as an excitement delighter feature for the customer under the Kanu model, because it is not expected by the customer but would cause satisfaction if met. Okay, so long-lasting battery provide 2 days continuous range on a single charge is not a basic feature for the Kanu model. It is a performance feature because it is proportional to customer satisfaction. More battery life of the phone provide more satisfied customer. The basic threshold is one that is expected by a customer and would cause a dissatisfaction if it is not met. As long as the battery is not standard requirement for the most smartphone and the customer would not be happy for the shorter battery life as as long as it meets their need.
Now,
Okay.
can you go up and see the justification for what is the correct answer? A long-lasting battery that provides us 2 days of continuous usage, and this would be the satisfier, classified as performance feature in the consumer because it's proportional. The more battery life the phone provides, the more satisfied the customers are. The other features would be classified as a type of feature in the consumer.
I think this para is copied 2 times.
I need to check this answer because the answer suggests that the answer is correct. The battery answer is correct. Look,
Where it is mentioned.
because the justification doesn't sound correct. Justification should justify the answer A, which is a slim and the lightweight. Like justification, I got your point because it is justifying that your answer is correct.
Where it is mentioned. A slim, lightweight design that make a phone easy to carry and handle. The other feature would be classified as different type of feature in the Kanu model. So as long the battery, a long-lasting battery that provide up to 2 days of the continuous usage of the single charge. This feature would be classified as a performance feature in the Kanu model. So because it is proportional to the customer satisfaction, so more battery life will provide more satisfied to the customers.
Okay, I got your point. The point here is if the battery is missing, that is a basic thing. But here the battery long life is being emphasized. Now, has it been the basic means that there is a battery. We are
Yeah,
not
it is
missing battery.
default.
But
Mobile will default
here
with.
here it is expectation, like they are relating the battery with the performance and with the expectation of the user. Now, more expectation is there, more battery would be required, and it makes the requirement performance related,
Yes,
scalability related. Just in the
yes,
previous example, we understood about the performance, right? We said that performance is when we need to use more, when we have more users, then it goes
yes,
to performance requirement. You got it, right?
yes, 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 yes. So here is the question. This is very important, and I don't know why I confused. Your team is about to start a new project that involves developing a complex web application for a client. The project requires a mix of front end and back end development along with database design and testing.
Hmm.
Client is looking for the agile approach, and you have decided to adopt Scrum for this project.
Hmm.
As a project manager, you need to determine the optimal size of your Scrum team.
Hmm.
Project has a tight deadline, and you want to ensure that the team is efficient and productive.
Hmm.
What factor would you consider when determining the optimal size of the Scrum team for this project?
Hmm.
So the number of work item in the sprint backlog, the number of dependencies, the number of deliverable in the project, and the number of stakeholder involved in the project.
Hmm.
So here the answer is, I think some arrangement is not correct. Here the answer D is correct, but it is mentioned number of workable items in the sprint backlog is correct.
You are correct. The answer is the number of work items, and it is logical as well, because you look at the scope of work and then you estimate, then you look at the capacity of your team and then you estimate the number of resources required, right? So,
See, concern is one more also here.
Mhm.
We are at a planning stage still. We are just about to start. So maybe I don't have all the decomposition of all the list of deliverables. Maybe major deliverable, high level deliverables I can expect, and immediately I will make a estimation. Okay, I need to complete this project 5 months, and I need five developer, one tester, one designer, and to start and finish this one.
But Kamar, you selected Scrum. Okay, so
I selected
yes,
yes,
then you don't need to worry about knowing the full product features and full requirements to estimate. No, right
understand.
now, right now you just need the
To
the
start.
scope of just need the scope of work of the sprint backlog, um, to estimate that how many resources are needed, which means you have a product backlog which is a work in, like, which is evolving, ever evolving. Like, there will be progressively elaboration of the product backlog. Now we selected Scrum, which means that we just need to estimate resources for the part of the sprint that we are going to do, or the part of the scope that we are going to take from the big product backlog. So if this is 10 books, I am taking one book. And then I need to know that if for this one book, how much time I need to read.
What is my concern actually
Hmm.
here? That means we are only planning and focusing on that sprint only.
Hmm.
Okay, so that means we are not focusing on the next sprint, after that next sprint, after that next sprint. So that means if I need some additional resources in the next sprint, then how I will make this estimation. So because we are at a planning stage, to I need to at least get a optimum size of the team. My concern is, okay, I have as a Scrum, you don't have the clarity of what is going on, what will be the user stories, what will be like that. You will go with the rolling web planning or something. Okay, so maybe immediately you will start with one task. Okay, let's dive into in that task, and you will get more and more clear picture. Okay, what is coming next? What is coming next? So this is just it is in my mind. It's not like something maybe conceptually I am
Yeah,
not.
I got your point. Your point is that I do agree with your thought process as well. I can relate parallels in my current project as well, where we were doing a project, and it was for the mobile application and the website. So we decided the optimum squad size in the beginning of the project. So earlier estimate was that we will be going ahead with two developers, front end, two back end, and that's
Yes,
it.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay. However, we emphasize that we need six front end developers and six
yes,
back end developers.
yes,
You know why? Because we knew that the scope of work is complex and it won't be delivered if we started with two developers
yes,
and
yes,
two
yes,
front end and two back end.
yes, yes.
So
So
we
that's mean I will start with my majorly deliverable because I don't know this one.
no, but the here you can quickly think that you, since you selected the sprint or the Scrum methodology, so deliverable oriented work breakdown structure will go away from your mind. The product backlog and the user story oriented sprint backlog should come in your mind. That is the problem.
Yes, understood now. Understood.
So you
This
got
also
the
states
from where you had to answer
100%.
this question? You
100%.
had to answer this question. What is how do you write the requirements in agile and how do you write the requirements in predictive? Had it been the predictive approach, then you can consider deliverables and you can estimate based on the deliverable. Now you should have been estimating based on the sprint backlog or the product backlog, whatever was in the given answers. Got it?
Yes.
That's why I told you that this is agile, this is Scrum, Kamar. That's why my whole focus was that terminology should be related with the artifacts
Yes.
and those things. Got it?
Got it. 100% got it. So the next question is, you are a project manager for InsurTech startup developing a MVP for selling third-party motor insurance. The team is using story mapping to organize the user story backlog and gain a better understanding of the work required. They identify two high level of the theme, insurance purchase and policy management, and break down them into the more detailed user stories like select insurance, provide vehicle detail, calculate premium, view policy document, renew policy. How can story mapping benefit the insurtech startup in developing a MVP for selling the third party motor insurance?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Story mapping identify potential risk and dependencies. Story mapping estimates effort. Story mapping provide visual. Story mapping prioritize the user story based on the importance and the relationship.
Hmm.
So this question was I given this answer based on the idea of only story mapping structure. So sometime we are putting some of the diagram visuals to explain the scenario. So in that way, I put it this answer. But story mapping, the answer is the story mapping prioritize user story based on the importance and the relationship. Story mapping can benefit the insurtech startup in developing the MVP for selling third-party motor insurance by prioritizing user story based on the importance and relationship. This help this helps to ensure the most important feature are developed first, which can help to reduce the risk to improve customer
Yeah.
satisfaction. But why my answer was wrong? Okay. Story mapping. While visualizing representation of story mapping can be helpful, it is not most important benefit. The most important benefit of story mapping prioritize users based on important relationship. This helps to ensure that most important feature are developed faster, which can help to reduce risk and important customer satisfaction. Okay.
So the point here is that you are relating the stories based on the importance and based on the relationship between the stories. And sequence is important. Okay. Now, you cannot break this sequence. The problem here is the map will let you prioritize the story right now is in the queue for the 10 number, but you have to bring it at number 2 because you cannot miss the sequence. You know the drama, you know the sequence cartoon.
Yes.
Every scene has to be right after another to complete the story.
Yes, exactly. Even the transition need to
Yeah.
match, even
So
the
the
character need
relationship
to
will
match.
drive the importance. So
Mm.
importance will be based because we need to complete the story. We cannot have a climax
Yes, yes, yes.
in the end or in the beginning. We
Yeah,
have
yeah. If
to
the hero
keep
of
the
the movie
climax
is,
at the
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
You
If the
got the idea,
villain,
right? Now,
yes, yes,
how story mapping helps because we need to do it in a sequence of a story. That's why this
Mhm.
user story will be prioritized.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. We cannot bring the villain or the
Though
hero
visual
in the middle.
description, like you put all the stories on a sticky note and put on the wall, fine. But that doesn't tells you a story. They say, tell me a story. You are
Mm.
telling me information. No, create a story and tell me. Then you
Got it.
formulate your thoughts into sequence and deliver a story.
Yes, yes, yes. Now it's
So,
very, very much clear, I think.
you cannot deliver before preparation. So you have to prepare the sequence and then deliver.
Yes, 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 yes.
This is where
Okay.
they say in Toastmasters, you should have a structure. So you should have a beginning, then you have a body, and then you have a closing. So you have to follow a structure. That's where the story mapping comes in.
Yes, 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 yes.
Chalo.
Okay, great. So next question is, you are a project manager for software development project that has entered its execution phase. During the recent project review meeting, one of the team member appointed out of a sorry, one of the team members pointed out a potential risk that was not previously identified into the risk. A risk could significantly impact the project if not scheduled and so if it is not addressed properly, what you should do, acknowledge the team member input, but decide to proceed without updating register. Immediately update the register with the new risk and assess its potential impact. Request the team member to document the risk and the lesson learned. Conduct a thorough analysis with, okay, so conduct a thorough analysis to validate the risk. Consult with the relevant stakeholder before updating the register.
Yeah. So it's more like you don't take everything as an alert as a point to uh, you need to evaluate something, right? Because risk is a future event. So just think about it. Like if the change request comes in, okay, we do document it because we need to do the analysis. But here you are doing risk identification. I mean, someone in the team has identified that we may fail because of this. We didn't fail yet, right?
Yes,
So we need to evaluate on the merit of risk. Although everything ultimately will fall into the risk register if it is worth considering, right?
yes, yes.
You got the point, right?
100. Yes, yes. I'm just noting
No
something.
problem. Take your notes. These are important.
Okay, great. I got it. So just to briefly get the idea, correct answer is conducting a thorough analysis to validate the risk, consult with relevance before the register. A risk register is a tool that help the project manager to identify, assess, manage the risk. If the risk register should be regularly updated throughout the project lifecycle, as new risk may emerge or existing risk may change. But why my question is not correct answer? Okay, so immediately update the register. Sorry, 1 minute, my battery is down. Immediately updating the risk register with the new risk, assessing its potential impact on the project is not a good option as it may lead to inaccurate or incomplete risk information. The project manager should first verify the validity and severity of the risk and then update the risk registered with appropriate risk response also. Great.
So how do we define a risk? Is that a risk is a future event which has a potential to occur, like it has a probability of occurrence, and if it occurred, it may impact us positively or negatively. So now we say we have an impact and we have a probability. So if 0 is the probability and 0 is the impact, then it's not worth considering.
Yes, 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 yes. You are managing a hybrid team that involve both agile and predictive approach. You have noticed that some of the team members are reluctant to share the challenges, mistakes, and feedback during the daily stand-up and in the retrospective. As a result, team is missing opportunities to learn, improve, and collaborate. Which dysfunctional function of the team is most likely affecting your project as per Patrick Leoncini dysfunction model? So lack of commitment, lack of trust, avoidance of accountability, and fear of conflict.
Now it's about a transparency. If you look at the people, they certainly don't want to tell the progress because they will be judged and they will be put down by the others. So they don't trust each other.
Hmm.
So it's a matter of trust, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
So when there is leg pulling and there is something that that bothers me, so I won't be. So this is what happening in the team looks like.
Understood, understood. So just to read the answer, lack of trust is as this is a root cause of the team unwillingness to be vulnerable within a team group and share their challenges, mistake, feedback. Trust is a foundation of high performing team. Without it, the team cannot achieve its full potential. So the one other thing is I put lack of avoidance of accountability. Avoidance of accountability as a result of lack of trust, fear of conflict, and lack of commitment, not the cause. So, avoidance of accountability means the team member hesitate to call their peer on actions as seems against the good of the team and may tolerate poor performance behavior. Okay. Then I have a, okay.
So we have to make each other accountable. We have a ground rule and team charter. So where we have norms which are agreed team agreements, where we can make each other, we can remind each other that be mindful of the agreement that we had as per our ground rules. That's how we can spot if there is an issue of the lack of accountability. That team is not following ground rule, team is not coming on time with the action updates, blah, blah, blah. Then we say there is lack of accountability. No one is following ground rules.
You are managing a project to design and install a new security system for a bank. You have completed a scope statement, worked on break structure, and WBS dictionary. What is the next to finalize the scope baseline? So update the project management plan and other project document to reflect the scope baseline. Review the scope baseline with project sponsor and obtain their approval. Validate the scope guideline with the stakeholder and obtain their formal acceptance. And perform the scope audit to ensure that this is okay.
So what first thing is, what are the three elements of scope baseline? All are mentioned in the question. Project scope statement, WBS and WBS dictionary.
Okay.
Okay, now what is left next is now you already have all these things in place. You just need the formal approval.
Okay. No,
Now
they
the
are
point
asking to
is,
get it from the project sponsor, but I
listen,
selected the option with the stakeholders.
yeah, the problem is with the validate. You validate, you validate the end product considering that acceptance criteria is met or not met. It's a kind of a user acceptance. So you validate now, and stakeholder will validate the result of your project with the acceptance criteria they gave. They will validate whether it
Mhm.
meets or not meets. Review and validate is the difference.
So initially at the beginning to complete this scope baseline, so we will look for the advice of a project sponsor, right?
Yeah, because look, the requirements, so you have a customer, right? You have final authority is the head of department for whom you are doing the project. So you don't need, you already validated the scope that may be related to various stakeholders. Okay. But
Mm.
what is the final step that you need to take is final approval from the head of the department
Mm.
who is funding you, right?
Understand?
Your point is that I may have more than one person, not the sponsor, right?
Yes,
This is
yes,
what your thinking is, correct?
yes, yes, yes. So the justification is there. The scope baseline consists of scope statement, W base, and the dictionary.
Mm.
It defines project scope and work required to deliver. Scope baseline need to be approved by the project sponsor before it is used to measure and control the project.
Mm.
My answer is validate the scope with the stakeholder and I told you this answer is incorrect because validation is a process that occurs during the execution, not at the planning stage. So validation of the scope involves the verifying the deliverable meet the requirement and obtaining the formal acceptance from the stakeholder. Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is something what I explained a while ago, right?
Yes,
That is
yes, yes.
about the deliverable. And secondly, one more thing you need to know the difference is verify scope happens mostly with the external um, customer.
Hmm.
Validation is my self-validation, my internal team validation. Uh, we can say that it's developer level validation, tester level validation, and then the customer level validation. But that's again about the QA process, like the quality inspection and this and that. But that's related to execution overall.
That is correct. 100% agree. So you are a project manager for Agile software development project. You are in the process of preparing the project final report. You have collected feedback from various sources such as customer survey, retrospective, stakeholder reviews, quality metrics. How should you organize and present this feedback into the project final report? You should categorize the project according to the phase and the objective. You should prioritize the feedback according to the level and importance urgency. You should summarize the feedback according to the key theme and the recommendation. Actually, I was just and you should analyze the feedback according to the root cause. I was just 50-50 between A and C, I remember. So then, because the idea came into my mind, because each deliverable, like we are working in terms of deliverables and stories. So each deliverable, each option is different as per the category. Like for example, if we are working on a customer management software, so it will be like registration of the customer is one deliverable, login of the customer is another deliverable, like ordering or data management is another deliverable. So service portal is another deliverable. So I was thinking in that category wise, so I selected this option. I said, okay, I have to give each category. So
The problem is, again, the project is agile driven. So there will be no mention of phases. Agile, there would be mention of sprints. There would
sprint,
be
yes,
mention
yes,
of
yes,
releases.
yes, yes, yes,
So if you see terminology related to predictive, then that is you can
yes.
drop it, right? Eliminate it. Because they clearly said that software, agile development software is followed, right?
Hmm.
Then in agile, if you remember, we have theme, we have feature, we have stories, right? In
And
agile, we have deliverable, we have work breakdown, sorry, work package, and then we have activities.
mhm. Understood, understood. Totally clear, totally clear.
So remember to apply our principles. For example, before principles, we have to identify which development life cycle is being used, and then where are we at the planning stage or the execution stage. So these things will help us to eliminate the option. So here it was agile. That's why we selected theme. Otherwise, we would have selected the phases.
Yes. You are a project manager for Agile software development project. You have outsourced some of the development work to the vendor who specialize in the certain technology. Vendor has prepared procurement statement of the work, describe the scope, deliverable, acceptance criteria of the work. You have reviewed the statement of work and found that some disciplinary and ambiguities in it. What you should do next? You should accept the statement of work. You should request the change of the statement of work and update the contract accordingly. You should communicate with the vendors and clarify the statement of the work. So you should reject the statement of work and terminate the contract. So what was my thought? Why I selected? Because we are outsourcing one of the important development work to a vendor who specialize in certain technology. First of all, this was the bottom line that I selected. So I cannot immediately request to change it. I request first to communicate to clarify the statement of work. So that's why I selected this option. What is
But you
your
are
thought?
not at the RFP stage. This is not a proposal. The thing is, you receive the statement of work, like on the basis of what is the scope
No.
of their work. Okay. So this is something you have reviewed and you found discrepancy based on what was communicated. So
Hmm.
now, so there is no time.
Ah,
You know what
okay,
is
so we
missing.
already completed
Yes,
request for proposal, request for
yes, yes,
intention.
yes, yes. Final
So
SOW is
LPO.
received.
Yes,
And
if
on
the
your
process
review,
we
you
do.
found that it doesn't include something which was part of the requirement.
Yes, yes, yes. Request for proposal, request for quotation, then now the procurement order is made, statement of the work is defined. Okay. So we are already and somewhere in the next stage in the procurement process. Okay, okay. 100% agree. So justifying agile software and the collaboration and the communication is crucial, but if the discrepancy and if the vendor procurement statement work, it is important to address the issue proactively by requesting the change of the statement where it ensures both parties share the understanding of the scope delivered. Updating the contract is clear. So okay. So my justification is communicating with the vendor and clarifying now is an important step, but it is not only the step should be taken. While clarifying the statement of work as an essential, it is equally important to request the change and update the statement of work to ensure that it is accurately reflect the project's requirement. Okay.
Now you may have in the exam a option that you should select two options. Then you would select these two options.
Yes. It is equally important to request the change and update.
But it becomes equally difficult when you need to rule out the best option. I mean, there are two clearly nearly correct answers,
Yes.
but you have to select one. That's tough. Two is easy. One is most difficult.
Yes.
And
So,
now if you see which will fix the root cause of the problem, the one that is ultimate changing because there is nothing, something is missing. There's a discrepancy. Then
mm,
ultimate action should be that they should add it.
mm. Also, it is very important, like at which stage of the agreement we are,
Yeah. If
we
we
have
are initial
introduced.
phase of agreement, we may remove and add, negotiate the
Yes.
agreement. But
Negotiate,
now to
edit,
finalized.
maybe in the middle of execution or something, or middle of delivery or something. That I understand. The project team is struggling to maintain the clear and consistent communication with the stakeholder. Team members are reporting confusion, frustrating as a result of inconsistent messaging and lack of transparency in the project communication. What proactive approach should be taken and avoid the confusion? Revising and enforcing the formal communication plan, ignoring the stakeholder feedback, holding delegation, creating a
How
simple.
a tool will help, Habibi? We promote collaboration and working with the people on our process and tools. That's our agile way that we promote people and their interaction over processes and tools. So you should solve this question with the first agile value that we value people and their interaction over processes and tools.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Definitely. These are actually small confusion. So that's why I sometimes skip or missed out.
So I can see today we if we go back to the basics, first thing first, identify if it is agile, hybrid, or predictive. Secondly, identify where we are in the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, closing. And thirdly, we should identify what will fix the root cause of the problem, right? And
Mhm.
fourthly, which are we principally correct or no? What should we emphasize here? So these are my observations from the mistakes that you had.
Mm, Understand. You are a project manager for software development project that involve both traditional and agile. So your team is developing and create the new mobile application for the client. The client has requested the additional feature that was not included in the original scope. The team is struggling to meet the new requirements while maintaining the quality of the existing. What is the best approach of the change management in the hybrid project?
Yeah, still. In Agile, we manage the change in a predictive fashion. Oh, sorry, in hybrid. We manage the change in a predictive fashion.
Okay. Okay. Hybrid project. Okay, I note it down. I will make it. Okay. So in hybrid approach, about traditional environment, it is important to the structure change control process follows traditional change this will ensure the change. Okay.
And here, as you remember, even in Agile, we do welcome change, but we follow a process that
Yeah.
we discuss it, we discuss it and we leave it to the product owner and we give our suggestion to prioritize or not to prioritize and what are the limitations that we have to consider it or not. So remember the rules that we had. One of the rule was scrutinize the change even if it is agile.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just consider if they didn't say it's hybrid, assume it's hybrid and apply the change analysis.
Hmm.
But in the end, if it is improving the product and it's in the best interest, and if the change is found to be beneficial for the customer, we are more than happy to accommodate it. But just in case the change came, we are not going to implement it blindly, right?
Hmm. Okay. So we have the next question. The project team is working on a agile project that involves developing the mobile application for client. The project manager want to ensure that the quality of the application meet with the customer expectation and standards. The project manager decides to use some quality metrics to track the quality deliverables, defects, and acceptable output. Which of the following quality metrics is most appropriate in this project? Customer satisfaction, defect density, quality of cost of quality test coverage. So here the answer is defect density.
Yeah.
Density.
Now, defect density in the terms of like number of defects, like in one feature, how many defects that you have found. So we will try to measure through a matrix, right? So customer satisfaction is something which is measured on a scale, but it is rather subjective. Satisfied, highly satisfied, not satisfied, right?
Mm.
It's it's not quantitative, it's qualitative, right?
Yeah.
Now you see,
Yes, yes. So matrix will always be quantitative.
yes, matrix. One of these is matrix. Cost of quality doesn't answer the question because cost of quality is of two types: cost of conformance, cost of non-conformance. Cost
Mm.
of conformance is the standards that you choose to avoid mistake. The cost of non-conformance is the price you pay because of the defects. But it doesn't tell you that what is your product quality level. Product quality level will comes through the QA findings. QA will tell you how many bugs were found related to each feature. So that is the defect density.
Mhm. Very much clear now, very much clear. Company X, as a large financial institution, has been using a legacy core banking system for several decades. IT team at Company X recognizes the benefit of implementing continuous delivery, but face significant resistance in the legacy system. Which of the following is most likely reason why Company X is hesitant to implement the continuous delivery? And it's the financial system, culture resistance, stability concern, regulatory compliance, technical limitation. So there is already a legacy old system is there. They are going to implement continuous delivery, but they are facing some of the implementation challenges. They are asking for the reason. So the correct answer is stability concern. Stability concern could be the reason why X is hesitant to implement continuous delivery of the financial system. Stability is crucial factor of the financial system as it involves transactions related to the customer. But technical limitation answer is incorrect because there is no indication that, oh my God. Oh. So I should not be more, I should not be overthinking unnecessarily that.
Lesson learned.
Hmm. So there is no indication of like that. They did not ask for this one, but only they have the hesitation. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They are only they are hesitant. Maybe they will be unstable or something. Culture resistance is not there because they did not ask. There is a resistance they are facing. Resistance they are facing in the lazy legacy system. Likely reason. Okay. Okay. So hesitance is the resistance, first of all, not the culture, regulatory.
But go up. There is a indication of the resistance, but the reason that is mentioned is that given that it's a financial system, now company is large financial institution and which has a legacy core banking. So things you remember are working, then don't disturb because it's a matter of finance. Company, it's like customer money, right? So we
Hmm.
cannot. Now, our prime issue would be stability of the system if we try to play it with it, right?
Yes. Understand. So we should not do this one. Answer could be okay. Culture resistance. Answer could be correct because culture resistance is common reason why organization hesitant to adopt the new technology. However, given it is a financial system, stability concern is more likely the reason. That's why company X is hesitant to implement continuous delivery. Oh my God. Now I have a see this is also the
Team goal. Sprint goal is a team goal, Abhibi.
yes.
Agile, this is against the process. I am going mad. We are agile mean it's shared ownership. I
Mm,
was talking about shared ownership and uh, an interesting conversation happened. I don't know. So whenever we have a mistake, we are inclined to say it's a team progress, it's a team failure. So
mm,
in this way, we do not talk about individual mistakes. We talk about team. As a team, we win. As a team, we fail. So
mm,
similarly, um, you can be rest assured that there is a psychological safety for you. If you will do mistakes, there is a chance that uh,
mm,
you will be safe. You are failing, but you are safe because you are in agile.
mm. Understand. So agile 4 values and 12 principles that I need to make it very clear. Okay, great. So document is actually in front of me, so that's why I am remembering that because after even reading, why I still confused. This is a conflict management. This is very important because although it is an easy question, but
Look, if someone, so compromise mean everyone is losing, lose.
lose. Something you will lose, something I will lose. That is
Yes,
very much clear.
both will be
Collaborative,
dissatisfied.
yeah, collaborative, we are reaching the solution without losing anything.
Win-win.
Win-win. So that is negotiation. We have to negotiate
There is nothing. Arbitration, negotiation is the,
just to solve the problem by
yeah.
involving somebody or by yourself. So avoidance means you are not taking any action.
Yes.
Okay, because the
Preparation.
conflict is not that much important or due to the importance of this one.
Now, in the scenario, what does it say?
It does say the important is there are new mobile application. One is Sasha as VP information that has a different opinion with you that the feature and priorities app of the app and consensus cannot be reached. Sasha strongly believe implementing advanced security feature should be the top priority. She argued that the app security is crucial for the customer trust and prevailing the potential. On the other is Lisa is focused on providing the sleek and user-friendly interface that will attract more customers. Okay. So this matter discussed with the product owner, Sean, who proposed to implement MVP, and that has a basic security feature and interface feature. Then treat and improve both aspects based on the customer feedback and testing. So why I was collaborating
Yeah, he
because
found a collaborative solution, it looks like.
yes.
But the problem is basic security and some features, not a full. It's a lose-lose. So you are looking at the half glass empty for both parties, right? I am not.
Mm.
I mean, you are thinking half glass
Um,
is full for both parties.
Okay. So here it is very important. Collaboration is only for the best solution.
Not just the partial solution.
Oh my God. And compromise is just for the partial and middle solution.
Yes. Because resentment will still be there. Why? Why he didn't go for the full-fledged security? Why he
Yeah.
didn't go for
Why
the
she did not pick my call?
interesting?
Why she
Why
isn't
he,
ignoring
yeah.
me? Why she is not saying me? I love you more than you me do me. Okay, fine. It's I think great. It's clear. It's clear. Actually, this conflict management, it's very easy topic, but sometimes it looks slight
There's a
confused.
slight difference between compromise
Yes.
uh, and the collaboration.
Okay, you are a project manager for marketing campaign. The project team has project has recently concluded, and during that day closing phase, you conducted a lesson learned session with your team. The team highlighted the major issue they encountered during the campaign session. The selected advertising channel does not resonate well with the targeted audience, resulting low engagement and poor conversion rate. As the result, campaign failed to meet the objective. What you should do based on the lesson learned about the advertising channel. So, okay. Okay, so here the scenario is explained clearly, and I believe I confused again. So document the issue of the lesson learned and shared with the relevant stakeholder for nurture and the future references.
Now, though, there is no point of correcting. You are done with the project.
Hmm. See, one
Lesson
more
learned.
important thing is that the team highlighted major issue during the campaign execution.
But
We
where
are
are you
still,
right now? The project has recently been concluded, and
oh,
they retrospectively thinking that what happened in the past. That's the moment of reflection. Oh, in execution, this happened. That's a oh moment.
this is, oh my God, that is the moment. So here is the closing and lesson learned. Okay, so this is very much clear, very, very much clear. If it is already discussed, something you cannot go back and reset, only you can document and keep it for the future purpose.
Correct.
That is very much clear. The project team is working on delivering new feature of the mobile app that allow the user to order foods from local restaurant. Team has completed user stories for the feature and has started working on the task. However, during the daily stand-up meeting, team realized that there is a high risk of not meeting the sprint deadline due to technical issues and dependency. What team should do to ensure that the feature is delivered in time? Swat the feature and drop the lower value work that is not essential for the sprint goal. Ask the Scrum Master to extend the feature. Ask the product owner to prioritize the task, assign them, and to the. I don't know. It apparently wrong. Why I selected this one? Split the feature into small. I don't know why I selected this. Ask the product owner to prioritize the task and assign them to the different team member. What is the? This is my mistake. Yeah, Habibi. This is not going
So
to.
now you understood. So
Hmm.
if you bring the team around one issue, right?
Hmm. Yes, yes, yes.
To collaborate and find a solution.
Hmm.
So you are swarming on the feature
Hmm.
and dropping any low value work to achieve the bigger project goal.
Yes, 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 yes. So sprint backlog.
You have another other name in extreme programming, which is related to it, is called architectural spike.
Architectural spikes.
Yes, that is also meaning that you create some time from the sprint to resolve this technical, to study and resolve this technical problem that is at hand.
Understood. This is very much clear. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Leader, leader, Toastmaster leader.
So you are a project manager for you are a project manager of the agile software maintenance project. You have diverse and dynamic team that is consistently adapting to changing customer needs and expectation. You often use a combination of different leadership style depending on the situation, the team, and the stakeholder. You also balance the task oriented, sorry, you also balance the task oriented, relationship oriented, and ethical aspect of your leader in that. What is the leadership style you are demonstrating? You have diverse dynamic team. You often use the combination of different leadership style depending on the situation. Ah, the team and speaker. You also balance the task oriented. Ah. Actually, I know the definition of the interactional leadership. Like you are going to interact with the people based on the requirement, based on the
But
task.
certainly not transactional. Transactional is more of that leader with the stick and the reward.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's like I'm your boss,
Yeah, yeah. Like it is a
like it or
directive
not. Yeah.
one.
So
This is
transactional
I
is like
know.
I just give you money, you do the work. That's it. There's no
Okay, this
motivation other than the
leadership.
salary.
Hmm. This leadership, interaction leadership style combine the elements of the charismatic, transactional, and transformational leadership style depend on the context and the need of the situation. So, interactional leaders are flexible, adaptive, responsive to the environment, team, and the stakeholder. Charismatic leadership. This is the type of leadership that focus on using the personal charm, charisma, communication skill to influence and inspire the other people. Charisma leader appeal to the emotion and value of the follower and value of their follower, create a strong sense of identification and loyalty. Transactional. This is the type of leadership style focus on establishing the goal, responsibility, expectation, using the reward and punishment to influence the behavior and the performance of the team. So it is very important to monitor and control their follower to ensure compliance and quality. Transformational leadership will focus on creating the shared vision, stimulating the innovation. So like that. Just 1 minute. Let me allow to. Okay.
One more thing about interactional leader is they read the team's energy and adjust their approach. So if
Yes.
someone is low, they will work more on that person. The other one is high, they will adjust their approach for that person. So based on their interaction, they find where the leadership is needed, which type they will accommodate. It's more of a situational, you know.
Yes.
Had there been a situational, then we would have selected situational.
Mhm. During the project initiation phase, the project team conducted a thorough stakeholder analysis to identify all the stakeholders associated with the project. So, which of the following stakeholder group is considered as high interest group? So, it is saying customers is the high interest group because these are the end user. Oh my God. So, customer end user means all the high interest group. So, where is it, this one?
Our first and the foremost priority is to deliver working software for the customer, value for the customer. Customer is the number one in Agile. We do it for customer. We collaborate with the customer. We deliver working software to the customer. We interact. We take feedback from the customer. We hear customer as number one thing.
Yes. Okay, so you are a project manager for a construction project that involve multiple subcontractor and the supplier. You have identified some potential conflict between the project stakeholder due to different interest and expectation. You decided to smooth the conflict resolution technique to maintain the harmony and cooperation among the stakeholder. What does smoothing involve? Huh? No, I cannot select this option.
That is transfer. Maybe
So,
by mistake.
smoothing. So maybe okay.
So this
So
is something called let's agree to disagree. Whatever we whatever is common, we agree on that. Whatever is uncommon, we just ignore it for a while.
so the smoothing mean emphasis on the area of agreement and minimizing the area of disagreement among the stakeholder. Okay, great. So the answer is correct because accurately prescribe what smoothing involve a conflict resolution technique. Aim to maintain harmony and cooperation among the stakeholder. I think this was also mentioned in the question also. See, yeah. Cooperation minimizes the difference. Okay. You are managing a marketing campaign of the project using hybrid methodology. You have the team of 8 designer, 4 copywriter, 4 analyst. You need to create project resource assignment for your project. What are project resource assignments? Project resource assignment is a document that specifies which resource are assigned to which task for how long. Specify which resource are needed. Oh my God. Assignment mean assigned. Needed, where is it? It's so understand. Hmm. So the justification is the project resource assignment refers to the allocation, assignment of the specific resources to specific task activity within a project. This include the specifying who will work on each task and how long it will be. So which resource needed means this is in the planning stage.
Yeah, part of our, you remember, resource management plan, I believe. I think even the staffing management plan, not even resource management. If I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken.
So that is a resource. So that is not clear. Leadership. Leadership.
Hmm. This is another theory which says that you give me job for life. It's like
So
people
here,
would love to work on in the
hmm,
organization where they are safe.
yeah, you are a project manager for Agile Design project. So you have the team member who is very independent and self-motivated, prefer to work autonomously and creatively. You often delegate the task and allow him to use his initiative and judgment and provide him a minimal supervision control. What is the theory? What theory of human behavior is applying in this schema? No, I don't think
Oh, no, no, go down.
this is not Z.
No, no, it should not be Z. Z, I told you, Z is some, no, no, no.
No, no, no.
No, Z is about the company culture and overall philosophy of the company. That this is our values, our culture. We do not terminate anyone. We do not fire anybody. That is Z. But this is about the parrot and emotional intelligence. Goldman, 5 components of emotional intelligence. This
Yeah,
relates to
this
that.
is like a self-organization,
Yes, yes, yes,
self-motivation,
yes.
something like that.
No, no, no. Hold on, hold on. Go up. Your team member is self-motivated and prefer to work autonomously and creatively. Now, the the self-motivated is the theory X. Theory Y is that,
Lazy and extrovert, yeah,
but remember,
introvert.
from the perspective of the manager, okay, or from the perspective of the staff, okay. Now look, there are managers who are X managers and there are managers who are Y. X managers believe that staffs are self-motivated. Y managers believe that staffs are not self-motivated. Like they are motivated by only the money, right? Now this theory is theory of X, Y, not the theory Z. Come down. And theory Z is that customer is complacent, staff is complacent because the company culture supports him.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. They are introvert. They are not taking initiatives. They are lazy. They are always watching cricket match. They are doing and watching, scrolling
Okay,
the
come now.
internet.
Goldman five components of the theory. Now, what does I just need to revise this explanation because if even if you read the explanation, it doesn't sound. Uh, Z management theory emphasizes creating an environment that combines. It promotes employee empowerment, sense of ownership, and strong focus. It aligns with the scenario. No, it doesn't align. In the case team member preference, no, come down. Uh, None of this now does not align with specific theory. You should. Okay. In the case the team member preference, no, it's unnecessarily aligning it with the theory Z. The theory Z emphasizes there is a company culture which gives you job for life or something that feels that make you motivated because to work for that company. Okay, so this need to be corrected. But you rightly answered it because it's theory. Actually, it's not even emotional intelligence. You answered it based on the emotional intelligence, right? Your answer is still wrong. It should be theory of X. Douglas McGregor, theory X.
See, this is based on the human behavior, not the emotional intelligence. So human behavior is normally under X and Y.
Yes.
No issue. No issue. So you are a project manager for software development by creating the new mobile app for the technology startup company. The company wants to build user-friendly app to provide the various service to the customer. As the part as part of the project planning, you decided to use the collect requirement process for this one. You want to ensure that all the team members have the opportunity to contribute their ideas while avoiding the group think. So, which technique you can help you to achieve this by providing each time team member with equal input and participation? Focus group voting, Delphi technique, interviews. As a part of it, you decided to use the collect requirement. Okay, company wants to build user friendly. Okay, you want to ensure that all the team members have the opportunity to contribute their ideas while avoiding the group think.
Okay.
Okay, so which
Because
technique can be achieved?
Delphi technique, you remember, you used to remember it a lot. Delphi method, influencing my decision.
Delphi technique is a method used to gather the required informations from a group of expert or stakeholder to maintaining the autonomy. This technique, each member provide their fees autonomously, anonymously, anonymously. Okay,
Because
okay.
we don't want a senior who is part of the group to influence the decision of the junior. So we want everyone to vote anonymously so nobody knows who voted for what,
Hmm.
right? If one influential person in the group will vote and he will tell that I voted for him, others will follow, they will not go against that idea, right? So in this way, we won't be able to get the genuine team involvement, right? It will be one person deciding for the team. We want to avoid that. It's like I am the instructor. If I am telling you, then you will say, yeah, this is the answer because I told. So I
Yeah,
use the Delphi
normally this
technique.
is happening, and most of the times once there is a group discussion, and if
Yes.
any of the senior is bringing the idea, so unintentionally everybody will support. They will not give their input or creativity. They
Yes.
will only, okay, this is the right. So yeah, so here in this case, we need to keep the uh,
The
uh,
yeah,
that's
feedback.
why we need to keep it independently and anonymously. So it can be like Delphi technique inside. We can ask, okay, write down your option on the slip or something,
Yes.
or get the opinion, or maybe group voting can be done secretly inside the meeting.
Even
Uh,
if we collect on the sticky notes, we will just
Sticky
collect the
notes,
sticky
yes,
note
yes.
and post on the wall. Nobody knows who gave which ticket.
Mhm. This was just, I don't know what type of question this was. You are a project manager for city-based transport. Project involves building a new metro line that connects city center with airport. As part of planning phase, you are working with the stakeholder to elicit and document their requirement for the project. Which of the following is an example of stakeholder requirement? So requirement, the metro line should be comply with environmental safety and standards. The metro line should have a minimum frequency of 10 minutes during peak hours and 20 minutes during off-peak. Metro line should be completed within 18 months and within a approved
This is
budget.
project requirement.
And metro line should reduce the traffic congestion. Which one? This one is project requirement?
No, the below one,
Okay, so this one is?
customer requirement. So look, if you think about your life of the customer, this is the benefit customer is getting. The metro line should be coming every 10 minutes, even during the peak hours, so that my problem is solved, right? Now, this will take 5 years and it will take 5 million to fulfill this. This is a project requirement.
Oh,
Project need
okay.
this much time and money to get this done. Customer need after every 10 minutes, uh, they need a one metro coming every 10 minutes. That's customer requirement. Now, in order to do that, you will have to create 56 metro, let's say, stops across the city and 200 metro trains. That's your project scope of work. But it will take you 10 years to deliver it. This is again project requirement. But customer wants every 10 minutes, they want a bus, metro. Make sense?
Yes, yes. Stakeholder requirements are the specific needs and expectations of the stakeholder who are involved or affected by the project.
Yes, exactly.
They describe who will
Because
benefit and use the project.
they don't care how much you need to do it to deliver them this.
Hmm. Yeah, you are right. This is project objective or constraint example.
Yes, we have this much money, this much time needed. These are the constraints project related.
Okay, one thing is, so You are hired as a Scrum Master for large organization with multiple product teams working on different aspects of the same product. Your organization has decided to move away from productive to I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Your organization has decided to move away from productive approach and adopting agile practices to discover and delivering the value in your organization. You feel that agile ways of working are not reflected in the culture of your product organization. What is the best way to change the culture in this situation? Change the culture of your product organization by involving stakeholders and defining and refining agile principles, practices, and make them feel ownership and accountability. Changing the culture in your product organization by rewarding the behavior and align and adopt the agile practices and discouraging those who are contradict them.
The
Changing the
below one is
culture.
incorrect. This one is incorrect. That's why it cannot be all of the above.
That is okay. Changing the culture of your organization by hiring new people who have experience in the agile practice. So we are not doing this exercise while transitioning. Like we are not rewarding the people.
No,
We
no,
are
no. It may work. Rewarding may work. Okay, but the problem is with the bringing new people and letting the other people go. Then what kind of change is this? It's not transformation. It's replacements. Change the culture by rewarding behavior that aligns and adapts agile practice and discouraging those that, okay, yeah. Now these words does not sound good, right? That you discourage those that contradict the previous behavior. So you don't do it, right? So that's why these two options are not correct. Because this is, which approach? This is transactional approach. This is forcing.
okay, rewarding. Okay.
The fourth one is also forcing, that you are letting people go, bring new people. But the change is induced. You promote, you define what is agile, what are agile principles, what are agile 4 values, 12 principles. You keep on explaining the benefit. Then people gradually understand.
Okay. So this option shows that you are respecting the diversity and autonomy of your product teams and empowering them to adopt the agile principle and practices. It is also shows that you are creating a collaborative and learning-oriented culture to foster the continuous improvement and innovation. Okay, I think the session is so long now, it's almost 2 hours. I think
Want to split it into 2 sessions? We can do that.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
will do it the
How
next
many are
session.
remaining?
After 105, we will start. Maybe
All right, guys. So, guys and girls, I should be diverse and inclusive. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to sign off here. So, we have reviewed almost 22 questions, and I think similar amount of questions are remaining.
28
Around,
we reviewed.
yeah,
28 almost.
28. Cool. So, we only have like 10 to 11 questions remaining. And we'll see you inshallah tomorrow, hopefully.
Inshallah.
All right, guys. All right, Kamar. I will connect with you. Speak soon. Okay, guys. Let's sign up. And that was a great learning. We learn by doing. That's what we promote every day. PMP exam is all about practice. And guys, practice and know what you don't know. And
Yeah.
without practicing, you will never know what you don't know. You will always feel like I have learned, but identify your mistakes, fail safe. PMP exam is costly. We are bringing you this opportunity to practice without any without spending hundreds of dollars, right? So if you want to join my sessions like Kamar and you want to really test if you are ready for PMP exam, you can contact me and I will conduct one-on-one sessions with you as well. And I will not leave you until you get PMP certified. You want to say something, Kamar?
Yeah, thank you so much for this session. And I think whatever the mistakes, now the best thing that just for the benefit of the audience, I am just now started noting down formally all the missing areas where I am just facing the challenge. I will be looking and reviewing those in knowledge areas as well. So hopefully I will get control of this one. So today's session is very helpful for me as well to get more clarity about the situational and scenario based question. So thank you for your time, Mr. Ehtisham. You have been so far a very good mentor for me, and I believe that I can do a lot of stuff, and I can achieve this PMP exam very soon, and inshallah.
Thanks for your kind words. And with this, we sign off, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you quite often tomorrow.